My dearest children, as I reach out to you in this sacred moment, my heart overflows with an infinite mother's love that knows no bounds. Like the first rays of dawn breaking through darkness, I come to you not as a distant figure, but as your ever-present mother, whose love encompasses every joy, every tear, and every heartbeat of your precious lives. In this quiet moment, as my words embrace your spirit like gentle morning dew, know that you are held in the deepest chambers of my maternal heart, where every one of your struggles, fears, hopes, and dreams finds understanding and comfort. I see you, my beloved ones, each and every one of you, with the clarity of perfect love. Like a gardener who knows every flower in her garden, I recognize your unique beauty and potential. I see how you navigate through these challenging times, carrying burdens that often feel too heavy to bear. I watch as you wake each morning, summoning the courage to face another day in a world that sometimes seems to have forgotten the gentle art of love and compassion. My heart beats with tender concern as I witness your silent battles, your unspoken fears, and the tears you hide from the world. In this modern age, where the pace of life rushes like a relentless river, I observe how the constant demands of technology work, and social expectations drain your precious spirit. The ceaseless noise of the world threatens to drown out the gentle whispers of your heart, like delicate birdsong lost in a storm. The relentless pressure to achieve, to succeed, to be more, leaves you exhausted and yearning for something deeper, something real, something that truly nourishes your soul. My precious children, this is not the abundant life my son promised you. This is not the peace that your heart so desperately seeks. Today, I invite you to step away from the chaos, as one might step from a crowded street into a quiet garden. Find refuge in my maternal embrace, where true peace awaits like morning mist in a sacred grove. Let me gather you close as I once held my infant son, and whisper words of comfort that will bring genuine rest to your weary souls. Think back to your earliest memories of feeling completely safe and unconditionally loved. Perhaps it was in your mother's arms, or in the gentle touch of someone who cared for you deeply. Like a familiar melody that brings comfort even years later, my love for you surpasses even these precious earthly bonds. I am not merely a figure in ancient stories or a distant symbol of comfort. I am your living, breathing mother who walks beside you every moment of every day, as constant as the stars above and as present as the air you breathe. When darkness threatens to overwhelm, you like storm clouds gathering on the horizon. When anxiety clutches at your heart like a cold wind, when loneliness wraps around you like a winter shadow, I am there, holding you close, just as I held my precious son throughout his earthly journey. My presence is as real as the ground beneath your feet, as tangible as the warmth of sunlight on your face. Let me share with you a profound truth that many have forgotten in these troubled times. Peace is not found in the absence of conflict, but in the presence of unconditional love. Like a deep river that flows steadily beneath a turbulent surface, true peace flows from knowing that you are eternally cherished, infinitely valued, and never alone. As your mother, I see beyond your outer appearance, beyond your achievements or failures, beyond the masks you wear for the world. I see your beautiful soul, created in God's perfect image, precious beyond measure, shining with a light that no darkness can diminish. When the world makes you question your worth, when others' judgments fall upon you like harsh rain, when your own inner critic speaks words of condemnation that echo in the chambers of your heart, remember that I see you through eyes of perfect love. In my gaze, you will always find acceptance as vast as the ocean, understanding as deep as the earth's foundations, and encouragement as gentle as spring sunshine. There is nothing you could ever do, no mistake you could ever make, that would diminish my love for you or make you any less precious in my sight. My heart aches as I witness the wounds you carry, some fresh and raw like newly broken earth, others buried deep beneath years of protective layers like ancient stones beneath soil. Some of you bear the scars of broken relationships, betrayed trust, and shattered dreams that cut deeper than any physical wound. Others struggle with the weight of self-doubt, shame, and regret that seems to grow heavier with each passing day, like a burden that increases rather than lightens with time. Many of you exhaust yourselves trying to appear strong, holding everything together like delicate glass sculptures that might shatter at any moment, while your heart silently breaks beneath the surface. Today, I invite you to lay down these burdens at my feet, like a weary traveler finally finding rest after a long journey. You don't need to carry them alone anymore, as a ship doesn't need to bear the weight of the entire ocean. Let my maternal love be the healing balm that soothes your wounded spirit and restores your broken heart, like morning dew bringing life back to parched earth. In my presence, you don't need to pretend. You don't need to be strong. You don't need to have all the answers. You can simply be, and in that being, find the peace your heart so desperately seeks. In those quiet moments when life feels overwhelming, when your strength seems to fail like a candle flickering in strong wind, I want to teach you a simple way of finding peace. Close your eyes and imagine yourself as a small child climbing into my lap. Feel my arms encircle you with infinite tenderness, my mantle of protection shielding you from all harm like a mighty fortress. Listen to the steady rhythm of my heartbeat, a constant reminder of God's unchanging love, as regular and reliable as the tides of the ocean. Breathe deeply and let each breath carry away your fears, your doubts, your anxieties, like autumn leaves carried away by a gentle breeze. In this sacred space between mother and child, there is only love, only peace, only the gentle restoration of your weary soul. My beloved ones, understand that much of your stress and anxiety comes from living either in the future or the past, like a bird trying to fly in two directions at once. When your mind races with worries about tomorrow's uncertainties, when regrets about yesterday weigh heavy on your heart like stones in a river, gently bring yourself back to the present moment. Feel my presence with you here and now, as tangible as sunlight warming your skin. Like a compass pointing true north through any storm, let your heart turn toward my love. I am your refuge, your safe harbor in life's storms, your constant source of comfort and strength. In this modern world, you often feel pressured to maintain a facade of perpetual happiness, like actors wearing masks that grow heavier with each passing day. You hide your struggles and present only your successes to the world, as if showing vulnerability were a sign of weakness rather than courage. But I, your mother, know the depth of your pain, the weight of your worries, the intensity of your fears. Come to me with all of it, your broken dreams like scattered puzzle pieces, your disappointed hopes like wilted flowers, your wounded heart like a bird with broken wings. In my presence, you can be completely honest, totally vulnerable, absolutely real. When the darkness of depression descends upon you like an endless night, when you feel trapped in a tunnel with no light in sight, know that I am especially close to you in these moments. Just as I stood at the foot of the cross, sharing in my son's suffering, I stand with you in your pain, my presence more constant than your own heartbeat. Depression lies to you, telling you you're alone, that nothing will ever change, that your life has no meaning. But I, your mother, speak a deeper truth that resonates through the very foundations of creation. You are infinitely loved, your life has profound purpose, and this darkness will not last forever. For those of you struggling with anxiety, when your thoughts spiral out of control, like leaves in a whirlwind, and your heart races with fear like a frightened bird, remember that I am your mother of perpetual help. Turn to me in these moments of distress, as naturally as a flower turns toward the sun. Focus on my loving presence, surrounding you like a gentle mist of grace. Let my peace flow into you like gentle waves washing upon a shore, calming your racing heart, steadying your breathing, quieting your mind. Anxiety tells you you're not safe, but in my embrace, you are always protected, always cherished, always secure, like a pearl held within an oyster's shell. I want to teach you about the transformative power of surrender, not as an act of defeat, but as the ultimate expression of trust and freedom, like a river flowing naturally toward the sea. Just as I surrendered to God's divine plan with my fiat, saying, "Let it be done unto me according to your word," you too can find profound peace in releasing your desperate grip on control. When uncertainty looms before you like a gathering storm, when your carefully laid plans crumble like sandcastles before the tide, when your path seems shrouded in darkness like a moonless night, remember my example. Take my hand and let me guide you through the shadows into light, as surely as dawn follows the darkest night. In this age of constant comparison and competition, where worth seems measured by metrics and numbers, you are bombarded with messages telling you that you are not enough, not successful enough, not beautiful enough, not worthy enough. These messages fall like acid rain upon your spirit, corroding your sense of self-worth. But I, your mother, tell you a different truth, one that resonates with the very music of creation. You are enough exactly as you are. Your worth does not lie in your productivity, your appearance, your achievements, or your social status. You are precious to me simply because you exist, because you are my child, because God's love breathes life into your being every moment of every day, like wind stirring leaves in an endless dance of grace. Learn to be gentle with yourself, my children, as I am gentle with you, as morning light is gentle with awakening flowers. When you make mistakes, when you fall short of your expectations, when you feel like you've failed, remember that true growth comes not from harsh self-judgment, but from loving acceptance. I don't expect perfection from you. I expect only that you try your best and trust in God's infinite mercy. Like a child learning to walk, who knows their parents' arms will always be there to catch them. When guilt or shame threatens to overwhelm, you like storm clouds blocking out the sun, come to me. Let me remind you of your inherent dignity, your unchangeable worth, your eternal beauty in God's eyes. My precious children, I want to teach you about the healing power of gratitude, even in life's darkest moments. Like stars that shine most brightly against the darkest sky, there are always small mercies, tiny fragments of light that point to hope. If only we have eyes to see them. Begin each day by thanking God for 3 simple things. Perhaps the warmth of sunlight on your face, the kindness of a stranger, the gift of another day to live and love. Gratitude opens your heart to receive more blessings, more peace, more joy, like a flower opening to receive morning dew. It is a key that unlocks the door to inner peace, a lamp that illuminates the path through darkness. In your busy days, learn to find moments of sacred stillness, like peaceful pools in a rushing stream. You don't need hours of quiet meditation. Even a few minutes of conscious connection with me can restore your spirit, like a brief rain refreshing parched earth. When you're waiting in traffic, standing in line, or lying awake at night, use these moments to turn your heart toward me. Share your hopes, your fears, your dreams, as naturally as breathing. I am always listening, always understanding, always loving you exactly as you are, unchanging as the stars above. For those of you carrying heavy burdens of responsibility, parents, caregivers, leaders, I understand your particular struggles with a mother's heart that has known both joy and sorrow. Just as I watched my son carry his cross up the steep path to Calvary, I watch you carry the needs and concerns of those in your care. The weight of others' expectations presses upon you like a heavy crown. The constant demand for your attention and energy drains you like a bottomless well. The worry that you're not doing enough haunts you like a persistent shadow. Remember that you too need nurturing and support, like a garden that must be tended to continue giving life. Come to me when you feel depleted. Let me mother you, so you can mother others with renewed strength and grace. To those who feel trapped in cycles of addiction, whether to substances, behaviors, or destructive thought patterns, know that I understand the depth of your pain and the complexity of your struggle, like a mother who sees beyond her child's actions to the hurt beneath. Addiction is not a moral failing. It is a cry for healing, for connection, for peace, like a wounded bird's call in the night. Let me help you find healthier ways to cope with life's challenges, like teaching a child to walk a new path. Take my hand and let me guide you toward freedom, one moment at a time, as surely as spring follows winter. When grief overwhelms you, when loss leaves an empty space in your heart that nothing seems to fill, like a void in the universe where a star once shone, remember that I am the mother of sorrows. I know the deep ache of loss, the way grief can make even breathing feel like an impossible task, like trying to swim against an ocean current. Come to me with your sorrow. Let me hold you while you cry, as I held my son's broken body at the foot of the cross. Let me help you carry this heavy burden, like Simon helped carry the cross. In time, I will help you find a way to live with your loss, while keeping your loved ones alive in your heart, like precious memories preserved in amber. For those struggling with relationships, whether with family, friends, or romantic partners, I offer you my wisdom and guidance, drawn from the depths of divine love. Human love, beautiful as it can be, is often imperfect and complicated, like a garden that needs constant tending. Let me show you how to love with both strength and tenderness, how to maintain healthy boundaries while keeping your heart open, how to forgive without becoming vulnerable to further hurt. Like a skilled gardener, I will teach you when to prune and when to nurture, when to protect and when to expose to growth, giving sun. To those of you who feel lost in your life's purpose, questioning your path and wondering if you've made the right choices, like a traveler in an unfamiliar land, I want you to know that it's never too late for a new beginning. Just as each morning brings fresh dawn, painting the sky in new colors, each moment carries the potential for renewal and redirection. Let me help you discern your true path, not one dictated by others' expectations or societal pressures, but one that resonates with the deepest truths of your heart, like a bell ringing clear and true in a mountain valley. When you feel overwhelmed by the state of the world, by violence, injustice, environmental destruction, and human suffering, remember that you are not powerless. Each act of kindness, each prayer, each moment of compassion ripples out into the universe in ways you cannot see, like a stone cast into still water. Let me show you how to maintain hope and continue working for good, without becoming crushed by the weight of the world's pain, like a tree that bends with the wind but does not break. For those of you struggling with physical illness or chronic pain, I want you to know that I am with you in every moment of discomfort and distress, as constant as your own breath. When medical treatments seem endless, when pain becomes your constant companion, when your body feels like it has betrayed you, lean into my presence like a weary child seeking rest. Let me comfort you, strengthen you, and help you find meaning even in your suffering, like precious metal refined by fire. To my children who feel different, who have never quite fit in, who carry the pain of rejection and misunderstanding like a thorn in their hearts, I want you to know that your uniqueness is not a mistake. It is a gift, as precious as a rare flower blooming in an unexpected place. In my eyes, your differences make you beautiful, like the varied colors of a sunset or the diverse notes in a symphony. Let me help you embrace your authentic self and find your true community, the people who will love and appreciate you exactly as you are, like birds of the same feather finding their flock. When financial worries keep you awake at night, like restless waves against the shore, when debt feels like a crushing burden pressing down upon your shoulders, when you're uncertain how to provide for yourself or your loved ones, remember that I am aware of every need, as a mother knows her children's hunger. While I cannot always change your circumstances immediately, I can help you find wisdom, resources, and unexpected assistance, like hidden springs in the desert. Trust in my maternal care and know that you are not alone in these struggles, as surely as stars light the darkest night. For those of you carrying the weight of past trauma, experiences that have left deep scars on your heart and soul, like canyons carved by violent waters, I want you to know that healing is possible. The path may be long, and there may be days when the pain feels as fresh as morning dew. But I am with you every step of the way, like a shepherd guiding their flock through treacherous terrain. Let me help you reclaim your story, your strength, and your joy, transforming wounds into wisdom and pain into purpose. Remember, my beloved ones, that healing and growth are not linear processes, but rather like the spiral dance of seasons. There will be days when you feel strong and peaceful, like a mountain standing firm against the sky, and days when old wounds seem to reopen, like spring floods breaking through frozen ground. There will be times of progress and times of apparent setback. All of this is normal, all of this is part of the journey. What matters is not that you move forward perfectly, but that you keep returning to love, keep opening your heart to healing, keep trusting in the process. Like a flower that faithfully turns toward the sun. I want you to know that every tear you cry, I cry with you, like rain mingling with ocean waves. Every joy you experience, I celebrate with you, like morning birds greeting the dawn. Every fear that grips your heart, I feel in my own, like thunder echoing through mountains. When you cannot pray, I pray for you. When you cannot believe in yourself, I believe in you. When you cannot see the way forward, I light the path before you, like a lighthouse guiding ships through stormy seas. My love for you is not distant or abstract. It is immediate, practical, and ever-present, as real as the ground beneath your feet. As we draw this sacred conversation to a close, I leave you with this eternal truth: you are never alone, never forgotten, never unloved. My maternal love surrounds you like the air you breathe, supports you like the earth beneath your feet, refreshes you like water in a desert, and warms you like sunlight on a cold morning. When the world seems too much to bear, when your strength fails, when hope seems distant, remember that you can always return to the sanctuary of my heart, where you will find rest, renewal, and unconditional love. Go forth now with courage and hope, knowing that my love goes with you like a perpetual spring of grace. Share this love with others, not from a place of depletion, but from the overflow of what you have received, like a cup running over with living water. Let your life become a testament to the transformative power of unconditional love, a beacon of hope in a world hungry for authentic connection and genuine compassion. My blessing rests upon you now and always, my precious, precious children. Never doubt your worth, never question your place in my heart. Never forget that you are loved beyond measure, like stars beyond counting in the night sky. Until we meet again in this sacred space of mother and child, may peace be your constant companion, love your guiding light, and joy your faithful friend. Remember, I am always with you, in every breath, every heartbeat, every moment of your precious life.